Hello, hello, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Live in Conversation. I am your host, René Antoine, with my lovely co host, attorney Daphnée Camilien. Hello, hello, Daphnée. How's it going?
Good. How's it going with you?
I am well, thank you. Let me give you a minute to introduce yourself, and then we're gonna go ahead and start the show, okay?
Yeah. So I am Daphnée Camilien for Camillion Law, and I am Renee and I are in our professional capacity. I'm an attorney. She is a financial entrepreneur. All the information that we say this evening is for entertainment purposes only. Anything I say tonight doesn't constitute an attorney-client relationship, nor the same with Renee or Daphnée Renee. If you would like to contact us, you can DM us or you can call us at the number that's going to be at the bottom of the screen, and we can talk about any of your issues, or not say issues, but any of your questions.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for sharing this disclosure as always. So come on in. We are live on Facebook, on my YouTube channel, as well as on your YouTube channel. So basically, our goal is to just come on here on Wednesday to share legal advice and as well as wealth resources to help us thrive. So we have a new setup where we start with the topic of the day. So Daphnée and I will discuss that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, everyone joining. I see you. Comment so I can give you a shout out. Uh, so our topic of the day, I've seen literally so many news articles with the Fed cracking down on PPP loan abuse. Have you seen any of that, Daphnée?
I did. I've seen tons. I heard about the lady who started a GoFundMe. Uh, did you hear about that? She started.
Or
So
not?
yeah, they came after her. The feds came after her, told her that she had owed money, and she started a GoFundMe to ask people to help her pay it back.
Oh, wow. So what's going on is for those of you who may be unfamiliar with the PPP loan, it's basically a COVID response to help businesses stay afloat and to not, I guess, lay off the employees so they can continue to sustain the business. And so, with that being said, so many businesses, large and small, had the opportunity to apply for those loans. Whereas, like I mentioned, they can continue to sustain their business and pay their employees. But not everyone did that. And some people who are not even in business apply for those business loans. And we all know, Daphnée, you are an attorney. Okay? So the government doesn't really, they know things. They can find things out. And so for you and I who are entrepreneur, what advice do you have for people for when something like that come out, and then so for people to think that they can just go ahead and go crazy and apply with no legitimate business?
Yeah, when you have to be very careful. Obviously when you're dealing with anyway, that's with the federal government, right? So
Yes.
you need to dot your I's and cross your T's, right? So the PPP loans were forgivable if you used it for the purposes you said. So I mean, you have to think that they're going to check, and they are checking on people, and so um, yeah. So and when you cannot, when you mess with the federal government, there was an article we were reading earlier. There was a guy who got caught up in Florida, and we said, and he is facing 40 years in
Yes.
prison.
I've
40
seen
years.
so many, yes. I've seen so many articles with facing up to 40 years in prison because what they get you is that it is money wiring. So that goes all into federal crime.
Hmm.
And then so people don't really understand like the repercussion of doing that. And especially what I've heard, somebody did a live about that. He's in the financial services as industry as well. So basically there were people who were helping companies, businesses apply for these loans. and they were charging them like 5 grand for applying for the loan. And then so some of them were applying, some of them were charging based on a percentage of the amount of the loan. So
Yeah.
it is to the advantage to apply for a higher amount and make up things. And at the end of the day, the owner is in trouble. You all, this is Live in Conversation with attorney Daphnée Camilien and René Antoine. We are here to share resources with you all so that when we want to thrive, let's thrive, but let us thrive ethically and let's do moral things. So we want to make that money and enjoy it
Mhm.
and not be confined in prison because of unethical behaviors. So the Fed is cracking down on. My advice to you all is that when programs like that are available, make sure that you are ethical and you take advantage of it if you really were a business and you doing legitimate business. That's all I have for today. So share that with your loved ones. Don't get scammed by people who tell you to just apply for this, apply for that. At the end of the day, you and I will be the one responsible. Anything you want to add, Daphnée, before we move on to the immigration segment?
No, no, no. Yeah, you hit it.
Awesome, awesome. So right now, as you all know, we have an attorney here, and then so our goal is to come every Wednesdays to share legal and wealth news. And so at this time, Attorney Daphnée Camilien will share our immigration news and tip of the day.
Yeah. So, the immigration news of the day is most of the things are there's nothing big that has come out. There's just different things that are a lot of stuff that's pending. DACA bills pending, essential workers bills pending, farm workers bills pending in Congress. So, we'll stay tuned. The other thing that, if you all remember, those are bills that were introduced to give DACA members a pathway to citizenship, people who are essential workers a pathway to citizenship, and people who are migrant workers a pathway to citizenship. So they're currently pending. The other thing that was announced under the Biden administration, he signed something called the Presidential Memorandum, and it has to do with diverting funds for to help with civil to help with like public defender's office, to help with helping people in underserved communities have access to justice. And one of the things they were talking about that the Biden administration is interested in is getting representation for people, immigrants who are going through the immigration judicial system and who are, for example, filing for asylum, which we have a large population of people who come here who are filing for asylum. And you don't get, so in typically, if you are here in the US and you picked up for a crime, excuse me, and you're arrested, you'll be, if you don't have any money to have an attorney, a public defender will be appointed to you automatically. You don't have to pay. It's part of, it's part of living in the US, right? But if you're going through the immigration system and you're at the border and you're trying to get into the United States and you say you want to file for asylum, or you're in the United States and you say you want to file for asylum, if you don't have money for an attorney, there is no attorney that's automatically appointed for you, right? And so you have to navigate the system, whether you go to a clinic, raise the money to get an attorney, or you file asylum on your own. You have to navigate the immigration system on your own, right? If you don't have an attorney, you have to do it on your own. And so a lot of people who don't speak the language, then have to learn about the judicial system, and they may not understand it's not something. Having gone through asylum with clients, it's not something that's, I'd say, intuitive. It's not something that's like, oh, it's easy. There's a lot of steps that are, it's not impossible, but there are a lot of steps that are involved that people may not understand because you might not understand the system, which makes a lot of sense. So if the administration is trying to find a way to get these people some type of representation in court so that they have the opportunity to be successful in getting an asylum claim, that would be really, really good. So, so we'll stay tuned for that. Like I said, everything is always pending. As soon as something new comes out, I will definitely let you know. And the immigration tip of the day is if you're filing for asylum by yourself, I'm going to see if I can share my screen. Let me see. I don't know if it lets me. If not, it does.
I'm not sure.
Let me see if it's. Can you see that or no?
Yes, I can.
You can see this website?
Yes, I can.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So this is the USCIS website, right? This is where you would go if you're filing immigration forms. And the tip of the day is it doesn't matter what you're filing. Let's say you're filing, I just chose the N400 because it's an application for naturalization. And that means if you have a green card and you're trying to be a citizen, this would be the form you filled out. But if you were trying to do TPS, if you're doing DACA, if you're got married and you're trying to do an I-130, like, or you're trying to adjust your status, whatever you're trying to do, it doesn't matter. But whenever you go to the form, right, you'll see what the name of the form is on top, and then it'll tell you about filing, all the information, but they all have the same thing. Under form details, there's something called checklist of required initial evidence. This is really, really important. I'm clicking on it, and it just tells you whatever form you're filing, it'll give you this information. It'll say, did you provide the following? And this is the evidence you need for whatever you're filing for immigration, right? So this one tells you if you're trying to become a citizen, do you have a copy of your, green card, right? If you're, if this happens to be something with marriage, if you're married, do you have your marriage certificate? So these are just certain questions they ask you. They let you remind you if you reside outside the U.S., you need to have a passport picture. So if you didn't know what you needed as evidence when you're filing your immigration information, this is a handy tool that is in every single form that you file. It's there. It doesn't matter what you're filing. That checklist of requirements is there, so you'll know if you're missing information or what kind of information you need. And this is if you're filing any type of immigration paperwork on your own, or if you're just, curious, if you're getting ready to file immigration paperwork and you want to know, what do I need, right? If you're an immigrant, you have let's say you need a birth certificate. Well, you'll see, it'll tell you need a birth certificate, but it needs to be translated into English. You need the original and then the translated copies. But those little tips are in that checklist, and that's for every single form, and it's free. That's my immigration tip for the day. Back to you, Renee.
Back to me. Well, thank you kindly, Attorney Camilien, for sharing that with us. As always, great information. And again, Attorney Camilien phone number is 847-410-9022. Her phone number again is 847-410-9022. As you can see, she is knowledgeable about what she does. She is passionate about it. And as well as she is generous with the information. And then so if you feel like you're comfortable with what she just showed you right now, you can definitely take the path on your own. However, if you feel the need to have somebody walk you through that complex immigration system, reach out to Attorney Camilien. Thank you. Any last thing you want to add, Daphnée?
No, that's it.
All right. So at this time, we're going to go do a wealth segment. And the reason I changed to wealth segment is because wealth is not only financial, it could be from anything from mental to emotional, so physical. So wealth is all around. So that being said, I'm just gonna switch to a solo share the wealth segment. So I will be sharing 3 resources. I'm being very generous tonight. 3 resources that can help us thrive financially. Again, my name is Daphnée Antoine. Hello, hello to all of you joining us. We appreciate you. Remember to share this live because at the end of the day, we are here to just share resources. Maybe somebody you know may need this information or maybe interested in what Attorney Camilien has to offer. So with that being said, we want you to help us out by sharing, and sharing. So the first resource that I want to share with you all tonight is about a website, an Illinois website that can help so many of us right now who may be looking for employment or who may be looking for ways to enhance our skills, maybe navigate other careers. And so the Illinois WorkNet, let me make sure I share that. The Illinois WorkNet website, let me make sure you all are seeing this. Yes, is a great resource that partners with so many employers, to provide information for job seeker, as you can see here, virtual job fairs and training and services. And so even if you may think that, well, I cannot afford schooling or I cannot afford those programs, there are grants, there are programs that the Illinois WorkNet has that can help you to pay for those. And so don't stay frustrated, don't be discouraged. I know so many of us are going through those major website looking for work. But then if you are in Illinois, and I'm sure if you're in a different state, maybe they have a similar program. But just by going to illinoisworknet.com, you will be connected with so many employers and so many resources. And they have like this virtual job fair, training and services. Like I said, maybe you want to become a truck driver, or maybe you want to change career. They partner with different institutions that can help you get certified in those careers, as well as pay for them if you're eligible, as a matter of fact, at the same time. So my first resource for the day, for those of you who may not be familiar with it, is the website illinoisworknet.com, to help us on our journey to either transition career, find new employment, or if you are an employer and you're having a hard time getting candidates right now, go ahead to this website as well, and then you'll be able to be connected with some good candidates. So that's my first resource. And it is a free resource, so nothing for you to pay for. And as a matter of fact, you can actually, not get money, but then get your training paid for you. So that's it for now. illinoisworknet.com is the website. Share. Let your friends and family know who may not be employed right now or who may need employees right now. So the second resource that I want to share is are you familiar with you told me about your family with Clubhouse, right?
Yes.
Okay. So for Clubhouse. Those, you are on Clubhouse.
Right.
I read an article that Clubhouse is being sued. Were you aware of that?
I didn't know that. For what?
Yes. So I believe it's a name dispute. And then so there's another institution called the Clubhouse, which is similar to what Clubhouse does, but then it's and those are all allegations. I'm not saying who's right and who's not right. Don't come for me, Clubhouse. But with that being said, that is so important for us as entrepreneurs, as business people, to always trademark. Okay, and then so Clubhouse has not yet trademarked the name, and maybe if they did, maybe they would have found out that there was another one with the name The Clubhouse. Again, just allegations. I'm not saying who's right and who's not right. But this brings me to my second resource. Boom, boom, boom. So for all of you who been following, I've always told you guys about Lynn Richardson. And then so basically what Lynn does, yeah, she's a financial entrepreneur as well, teaching her resources. But one of the things that she does as well is to partner or collaborate with other people who are, I would say, let me move it this way, who are expert in the field. And then so that being said, if you are a new business or you are thinking of starting a business or you are interested in learning about trademarks and copyright, this is the class for you. And even though I told you guys all the time that I promote land resources, but this has nothing to do with me. So regardless if you purchase this class or not, there is no commission, because at the end of the day, this is not Lynn's program. She is sharing this from Michelle Miller. So my job is, regardless if I'm an affiliate or not for a program, if I feel like it's important for you, it's a great resource for you, I will always go ahead and share it with you. So don't be in that position where somebody else is claiming that, you know, they already had your business name or even your name. So go ahead and learn how to trademark, go ahead and learn how to copyright, so you don't end up in a situation like what I've just shared. So
Sorry.
my second resource is for you all to go to www.thrivewithlynn.com, where there are so much or so many resources for entrepreneur just like you and I, who want to navigate that new entrepreneurial world, but then we want to do it and we want to do it well. And therefore, let's invest in ourselves and educate ourselves by connecting you for people who are well versed in the field. So that's my second resource. I did promise you all three resources. And so let me remove that real quick. The website is going down. It's www.thrivewithlynn.com. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all of you who are sharing. I appreciate it. My last resource for the day is about real estate. The market is really like a seller's market right now, and people are interested in buying. But for those of us who may be interested in real estate investment and may not have the funds to start, or the capital to start just yet, there is I guess it's not a well-known aspect of real estate investment, and many of us don't know about it. And I recently learned about it myself. Is property preservation. Have you heard of that, Daphnée?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a very lucrative I guess business for people who are interested in the real estate industry, but then maybe may not have the capital to own properties just yet. So what property preservation is, it's basically a business format where we maintain properties for banks. So bank property that have been foreclosed, or either property that does not have an owner in it. So the banks need people who can make sure that those properties stay intact, or those things that they need to do on it, the bank is not gonna do it. So they need contractors. They need people who can go ahead and manage those properties for them. And then so if that's something that you may be interested in, that you want to start that business and you want to learn about property preservation, Danielle Pierce is one. Have you heard of Danielle?
I feel like I have. I think is
Yes,
she on YouTube? Does she
she
does real
is.
estate on YouTube? Yeah, I
Yeah,
have.
real estate profit lab. Yep. Danielle Pierce is the queen of property preservation. So she has her program. Did I stop my screen? Yep. She has her program, Real Estate Profit Lab, and she has a YouTube channel. Obviously, it's free. So whatever you want to learn, you think you can pick up from her free video, you can go do that by going to youtube.com and then look at Danielle Pierce Real Estate Profit Lab. Or if you want to get the straight nitty gritty on how you can go ahead and start a property preservation business, you can go to the links are on the Real Estate Profit Lab. The links are on the description.
Today, right? Today's
Yeah,
description.
yeah, down the description. So this is her class, Property Preservation Mastery. What she teaches you how to start a business, to create your business structure, how to form your property preservation, obtaining your federal identification number, kind of like all the things that you need and all the information and how you get contractors, how you get people that works for you. This is a class that I've literally gone through myself. And so I always share things with you all that I actually go through. So with that being said, if you are interested in real estate and you want a low cost startup way to earn in the real estate market right now, go ahead and get her class. It's only $497. This one is actually an affiliate link. And then so if that's something that you'll be interested in, go ahead and do that. And again, her name is Danielle Pierce, and her program is Real Estate Profit Lab. So that promised you all 3 resources. That was 8. That's my last one. The first one is the Illinois WorkNet program, where you and I, if you are interested in getting employment, or if you are an employer who need employees, connect, or maybe you need training to start a new career. There are grants program that can help pay for that. So connect with IllinoisWorkNet.com. The second one is to protect your name if you're using your name as a business, or protect your business name by taking advantage of learning trademarks and copyright. And this is a class that you can go to www.thrivewithlane.com and get started with that. And last but not least, property preservation is a business. It's a thing. It's low cost. Learn how to get started in real estate without a major startup. That's all for today. My name is René Antoine, bringing you the wealth segment.
Yeah, that's all great information.
Thank you. It is 8:59. We are doing great. So if any of you have any question, let us know. And or maybe there's a topic that you want us to share or speak about at a later live. So let us know that as well. My name is Daphnée Antoine. I'm here to just share resources to help us. And Attorney Camilien is also here to answer any question that you may have in respect to any, even though she does a lot of immigration things, but then if there's anything like any other legal thing, I'm sure that you can help in that aspect as well, right, Daphnée?
Yes, for sure.
For sure. That's it for the day. Daphnée René Antoine and Attorney Camilien signing out. Anything last comment from you, Daphnée?
No. I'm, have a great week, everybody.
Have a great week. You will see us next Wednesday at 8:30. Have a blessed day. Share. These are amazing resources. I'm sure somebody you know will love to know about them. And remember to subscribe to my YouTube page, René Antoine, and Daphnée Camilien's page, our YouTube page, Camilien Law, and all these are in the description as well. Have a good evening. Bye for now.
Bye.